Okay, so here's all my stuff that I pack for sort of hikes. I sort of took most of this last year on the 2 Moors Way and some other hikes that I did. I have changed a couple of things, shredded it down a little bit more, but this is the base. This is the base weight of everything that I'll be taking this year, hopefully, for all the hikes that I've got planned in this country. So base weight means no water, no food. So what all of this is, and I'll give you a weigh. I'm going to weigh it all once I pack it. First of all, the Osprey Bags, absolutely amazing, this bag. I've beasted this. It's about 1 kilo in weight, fantastic. I got the Exos 48, and as I've got better and better and more streamlined with packing, I reckon I could have got away with the 38, but there's not much in it with weight. Now the top bit, the compartment, clips off, which I do. And I just use this bit with the hood that goes on over everything, which is really, really good. And that just shreds it down a little bit more. The back vent thing is amazing. I'm going to do a proper review on this bag. These are good, there's no pockets. The vent is nuts, everything's comfortable. I've had no chafing on my shoulders. The pockets on the side are big, and then you've got this massive, great, stretchy pocket on the front as well. So I'll do a proper review on this bag. Flipping love it, it cost me about £100. So in this is all my diddies, bits and bobs. I'll do a separate one at the end of this with what's in here, my first aid kit, torch, that sort of thing. This little top bit doesn't actually weigh a great deal, so I take this just in case. So say I have to fill this up with more food or something when I'm out, or buy an extra jacket or something. If I find a situation where I need to pack in more, I can always clip this back on the top. But this sits inside of it, lovely. I'll show you that when I pack it at the end. So all my bits and bobs are in there, and I'll go through that. So my sleep system, I use the OEX 4-season Fathom. It's 1.2 kilos. I really like the Fathom shape because they're wide and I can get in it. I'm quite a big guy. They're super wide, super comfortable, and this is a 4-season. I've used it in the depths of winter and it is really, really warm. I have got a lighter version, I'll get into that in a bit, but I like this. It's big and I can move around in it quite freely. The tent is the Nature Hike Cloud Up 2. Love this thing, it's freestanding, easy to put up. I managed to use it on the 2 Moors Way last year, just before everything started getting really bad again with lockdown, so I cannot wait to get out there and use this. I can't put it up in my garden because my garden's gravel, so I can't sort of go and show you it at the moment, but fantastic tent, pretty cheap for what it is, but really good quality and big, spacious, easy to put up, love it. And here are the poles that go with it, and the tent pegs are in there. So that's the Nature Hike Cloud Up 2. And my mattress, now this is a luxury and I haven't had a chance to use it properly yet other than in here, but I've had other mattresses, they're all sort of this kind of wide, 25 to 23 inches sort of thing, and I'm just too wide for those mattresses. I just roll off all the time, I wake up with a dead arm. So I went ahead, I saw this reduced in price massively on Amazon, so I grabbed it quick. It's a good R value as well, 5, but it's the static V and it's super wide. I'll do a review on this. It's 900 grams or so in weight, and the mattress I had before, which was an R value of 5 as well, was 700 grams. So it's like 200 grams off, but I've shaved that so much with not taking stuff that I don't need anymore or adapting things, and just that's just a luxury. I'd rather have a really good night's sleep on a wider mattress that's comfortable. It is really comfortable, even though these weird V things look odd. It's not, it's super comfortable. Easy to blow up. Pretty light considering the size of the thing, but I'll do a separate review on that. That's a luxury and I cannot wait to get out there and use that. Now with these three, you see that they're wrapped up in their pouches. When I pack the bag, I won't be taking the covers for these, I just don't. I flatten everything down and you just save so much space by packing it down rather than in their bag, which is, you know, they're trying to sort of, they're like balls trying to get together. So they all just flatten on top of it like cloves, squash it down into every corner and crevice. It's the same with the mattress and on the clothes, and I'll get into that when I show you packing it. What else have I got? Some tent pegs and all that. The little pillow with it as well, it's one of those Trekology ones. I got a little rectangular like cloth one, weighs nothing. Just a few quid on Amazon, so that's great. Water system, I've got the Sawyer Micro Squeeze. I did have the Mini, but the flow rate was awful. I've got the Mini as backup, but the Sawyer Micro is fantastic. You can really gulp down water. I have a 1 litre bottle which screws on here, so I always have a litre with me. And if I'm at a water source, I'll drink as much while I'm there. And then, so I've got, you know, hopefully another litre if I can down that in me, and then a litre on me. And I have a backup one too, which is a smart water bottle. And the nozzle for these, not that, that. You can back flush these. They sort of, that's what I should have done. It slots in there and you can back flush the micros, get rid of any like sediments and bits and bobs. So that's a good thing to have. My little stove, I've done a video on this, a titanium little 750ml pot with everything in it. The stove, the gas canister, the stand, the windshield, the cloth, the lighter, it's all in there. So check that video out that I've done before. Light as a feather, fantastic. Down jacket, it's the Decathlon 4 class. I'll do a separate review on this. Really warm, only 250 grams, super light. Million reasons why I use this. It's like if you're cold and when you're sleeping, put this on. It's got a hood. It's fantastic, super light, and I've used it in pretty cold conditions lately, just out and about. Normally, England's been battered by some freezing weather, and I've gone out with this, and it is good, really good. My waterproof jacket is the Frog Dogs Big Yellow Banana, 20 odd pound on Amazon. They weigh nothing. The only downside with this is they'll snag easy on thorns or anything bushes, so just be careful with that. They will snag easy, but if you rip it drastically, you get another one, but just try not to rip it when you're on the trail. But super light, and this packs in the front compartment. I got the bright yellow one, so if I'm stuck on a mountain with a broken leg or something, I can wave down a helicopter with this or signal for help. Clothing, spare pair of socks, dry socks, and swap them over from my hiking socks. I'm going to get some darn tough socks. I've heard good things about them. These are okay, and the other pair I've got, I'll do the clothes separately. But have a, to sleep in, and always have a spare pair of socks. Your feet are very, very important. And then to sleep in, I have two, I have thermals, merino wool thermals, trousers, and the top. And also, if the clothing I've got is not quite warm enough one evening, I can always put these on. But good thing about merino wool is it takes ages for them to start to really smell. So obviously you're going to be getting in these sweaty if you're wild camping, if you haven't had a chance to have a shower or dip in a river or something. And it does take a long time for these to start to smell. I've put that to the test and they're fantastic. So you won't be waking yourself up with that awful pong all night, because merino wool does take quite a while for it to start stinking. And you can always wash these out if you're having a break on a, in midday or whatever by a river, and let them dry out, and you've got a great pair. The reason I like wearing thermal shaped clothing anyway is not necessarily for the warmth factor, especially in summer, but I find that if you sleep in a sleeping bag or something, your skin will stick to the bag if you get a bit hot. Whereas with these, you kind of shimmy around inside the sleeping bag. So, and it's an extra layer of warmth. I don't bother with fleeces and things like that. I'll get into as to why. And that's that. And then in the back, in each rucksack have a water bladder pouch. I put this sort of stuff. So there's my map for Dartmoor. The pouch that came with the Sawyer micro squeeze has a handy extra backup, and the lid for it is in the Diddy's bag. So it weighs nothing. That could be a handy water carrier. And one of these as well. I don't buy these sort of meals anymore. I just like pot noodles, but I don't take the pot noodle in the tub container. I put them in freezer bags. It's the same sort of ingredients, but I've got one of these still because you can boil in the bag. So if I ever want to buy a tin of something like macaroni cheese or sausage and beans or something, I can boil it in this bag. So I keep that in this. And that is about it for everything in there. Now, a lighter version for these two is this sleeping bag and this mattress. I haven't had a chance to use this because of lockdown. It's a lot lighter. It's the Trekology. It's the one with the curved edges. It is really comfortable, but it's still not very wide for me. It's wide enough for most people, I think, but there's no insulation on this. I'll get onto this another time, whereas this is, and this is way more wider. But if I really wanted to go lightweight, I could have this, and this sleeping bag is half the weight of that as well. This is a down sleeping bag. It's the Nature Hike CW280. Really warm for what it is. It's rectangle. I can use it like a quilt. So if it really was a heat wave or really hot weather for when I'm trekking, I might just take this actually instead of this if I knew the weather was going to be warm enough. Another good thing for this for winter, I haven't had a chance to use it this year because we were supposed to go winter camping, me and my mates, but that didn't happen. This I would take as a liner to this. It slips in lovely, And oh my goodness, you cook in it, absolutely cook. And it doesn't weigh extra that much more. Great little thing. So they're my backups if I want to go lighter. But yeah, this is all the stuff to go in the rucksack. So I've really shredded down the weight. The 2 more's weight, I took way too much stuff. That's why I've got the luxury of having an extra weight with the mattress, because I'd rather get a good night's sleep. But I've got rid of so much stuff, which has more than compensated for the weight of that. So right, I'll go into unpacking this.